Michael Masi has been facing a lot of criticism in the past 2 months. Ever since his controversial decision to send only the lapped cars between Hamilton and Verstappen through during the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, which then allowed the Red Bull driver to pit for a set of shiny new red-striped tires and jump Lewis Hamilton at the restart to cross the finish line in first place. But just moments before yesterday's Red Bull car launch, a radio message between the team's sporting director Jonathan Wheatley and Michael Masi from the Abu Dhabi race went viral, where the Red Bull man gave direct instructions to Masi, which were immediately obeyed by the Aussie. This shed new light on the controversial ending of that race, and brought up even more questions about Masi's future in the sport. FIA will allegedly make the decision on the whole Michael Masi saga on Monday. They launched an internal investigation regarding Masi's judgment as soon as the new president Ben Sulayem was appointed as head of the organization. The investigation could lead to the change in the race director role, which could see Michael Masi getting sacked and being removed from the role he held ever since 2019. And the whole Red Bull situation certainly didn't boost his chances of retaining his position as race director. And whilst the FIA knew about every single word exchanged over the radio that weekend, this audio was not really available to the public till yesterday, which now brought new pressure on the FIA to remove Masi from the role immediately. In the radio message, Wheatley is heard to say, "Those lapped cars, you don't need to let them go right the way around and catch up with the back of the pack. You only need to let them go, and then we've got a motor race on our hands." To which Masi replies, "Understood." Martin Brundle took a dig at the situation, calling it really uncomfortable and wrong. He continued to side with Hamilton, saying that you don't even have to be a Lewis Hamilton fan to think that forever he should be an 8-time world champion because, for me, the really crucial regulation that wasn't carried out was that the safety car should have come in at the end of the following lap. But we also know that unwritten rules and meetings, which shouldn't supersede anything, were, let's try not to have a race finish behind the safety car. We cannot, and we know it's going to change, have teams getting at the referee while he's trying to make critical decisions with cars on the track and marshals and breakdown vehicles. We can all agree that Michael Masi has been under immense pressure the whole race and has been facing a lot of scrutiny from the fans ever since taking that decision. But Martin Brundle said he understands him and that he isn't necessarily vouching for Masi to lose his job. He made a comment that changing Michael Masi won't fix the problem, meaning that it's way too big a job for one person. He then continued by saying, "That doesn't mean to say I'm in full support for Michael Masi. I think he'll struggle to keep that position. The trouble is that the spotlight will be on him, and every single decision will be analyzed. What happens if Lewis is up for a penalty? Will he be lenient on that? I think he's in an untenable situation. You can't unravel the result. Red Bull did nothing wrong, and Ferrari did nothing wrong in third place, for example. You can't penalize them. The FIA can only penalize themselves for getting it wrong on the day. Michael Masi got it wrong due to a lot of circumstances. It's hard to tell what the reasonable outcome of this situation can be. There's no chance that Verstappen is stripped of the title and that it is given to Hamilton. And, as Brundle said, there's no way you could penalize a specific team or a person for this situation. The whole problem is the radio communication that takes place during a Grand Prix. With sporting directors and team principals having the man in charge of the race at disposal with the push of a single button, it only makes sense that a lot of lobbying is going to take place. Teams will twist the facts and try to get the race director to buy into their own narrative. Banning radio messages between the teams and the FIA during a Grand Prix was a topic that began to be discussed almost immediately after Abu Dhabi, and both Red Bull and Mercedes admitted that it indeed is the right thing to do. The race director should be able to work undisturbed, make rational decisions, and not be biased by a team's narrative. So, it is very likely that we will see the ban of radio messages as early as the 2022 Formula One season. So, what do you guys think? Do you agree with Martin Brundle? And did you know about the radio messages beforehand, or is this the first time you're hearing them? Let us know in the comments section down below. We'll be reading all your comments.